Welcome to The Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew and let's get to the show.
I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? Oh, damn it. Welcome to the Daily Grind. I'm your host, Luke Hatmaker. You guys couldn't hear the first note because I was still muted. It was awful, and I'm very glad I came in on the second note because you guys did not look nearly as scared as you should have. I'm your host.
The second note was on
The second note was on point.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they are in for it because it's going to be bad when I have to scream again. Those two lovely voices you hear on this lovely Wednesday, and it is lovely outside compared to yesterday. Good Lord. I got the two Bucks. I got Uncle Buck and Rusty. How we doing, fellas? How are we?
I'm good. You know, in a bit of foreshadowing, I heard the bad news that Will Smith got lost in the snow, but they feel optimistic they're going to find him because they found the Fresh Prince.
Of all of the puns you've done, that's objectively the worst.
No, it's not. It's good.
I
It's foreshadowing for later in the show. It's relevant to some pop culture news in the last 24 hours. You're just a hater.
You said relevant, and then I was like, did Will Smith get lost?
Are we doing a Will Smith segment?
I was like, was Will Smith okay? Did I miss something? Is he lost?
Will Smith is fine.
I mean,
he's lost.
He's
I mean, it's a sitcom star that got lost. So
yeah,
I guess
there is a
like
sitcom star that got lost. Sorry, yeah, I
Norm!
Norm. Oh,
Norm.
yeah. Man, we'll talk. Sad Norm. We'll talk about that later. First, we got a basketball game to talk about. Oh, man, I knew when I typed that out it was going to be too long. Minnesota Timberwolves lost 88 to Oklahoma City Thunder 114. I'll abbreviate that next time. This was – well, let's do this. I mean, what do you got? This was a pretty exciting game of basketball for the first three quarters.
Yeah,
first half.
until I went to sleep. It was a great game. You know, I fell asleep about halftime, I think. And, it's not that crazy, I don't think. Like, I wasn't surprised when I woke up, considering, at halftime went to sleep and Minnesota was up by, 4. And I woke up and Oklahoma City's won by 24, 26.
Yep.
I wasn't that surprised.
Yeah, Thunder and 4 are my thoughts, honestly. Like, I mean, SGA gets away with absolutely unethical hooping with his whistle is diabolical. But the stat that really hurts, and it hurt Minnesota in the second half last night, is there was a stat this morning I saw of scoring runs created versus allowed in the NBA season this year. And so, Wayno is Drew today in his profile picture, which is amazing.
Boy,
he's quick with it.
That's great.
But the Oklahoma City Thunder are north of 90 scoring runs, and this stat calls that 10 or more unanswered points. They've created over 90 while allowing less than 40. There's nobody close. The next closest team is Cleveland with 70 and 40. And so Oklahoma City can bury you in a heartbeat. Going to scoring run of double digits, you've got to be able to weather that storm, and Minnesota couldn't yesterday.
Yeah, I feel like a genius, Rusty. We talked about this yesterday on our show. I said they're going to have to minimize the runs that they go on, like they allow Oklahoma City to go on. And what happened in the second half is they got outscored 74-40. Like, it's just you're not going to win playoff basketball games like that. They gave up. Oklahoma City had 31 points off turnovers, which is just an absurd stat. 31 points off turnovers, and that's how they've won every single game they've played this year. Every single game they've lost, the other team is taking care of the ball. Nobody has out-turned over Oklahoma City. You just have to not turn the ball over and hope to be equal in that category. And in the second half, Minnesota just got blown out. And it's because you can't take care of the ball.
Well, yeah.
You can't take care of the ball, and you can't. And again, like the whistle that SGA get is wild. Like Oklahoma City, like the Thunder official account posted a video of Caruso and Dort hard fouling Ant on one end, and then that circus shot on the other end where Jay McDaniels doesn't even touch SGA, and he somehow throws it in on the way down. I mean, kudos to SGA. Right after halftime, he got Jaden McDaniels in foul trouble with 2 quick, minimal contact at best fouls, and it's sending him to the bench that sparked that Oklahoma City run. Jaden McDaniels was having success guarding SGA in the first half, but going to the bench with those 2 quick fouls in the third quarter opened the floodgates, and Oklahoma City creates turnovers and doesn't miss easy shots.
Man,
he had like 2 points.
Yeah.
Well into the second quarter.
Yep.
And, he ends up with, he has 31 points, 11 of 14 from the free throw line. He shot 37% from the field. You got to feel like if he doesn't go to the free throw line 11 times, you're cool with him shooting 37% from the field.
Yep. I mean, this Thunder team, they were getting everything that they want to happen. They had happened last night. SGA got to the line. They had a combined, like 9 turnovers out of Randall and Edwards. They're 2 most dominant dudes. They were able to turn the ball over. They rendered Rudy a non-factor. Yeah. They got McDaniels into foul trouble, so he was off the court. It's like they did everything.
And Minnesota didn't help themselves going 15 for 51. And so Oklahoma City got everything they wanted. They were able to execute a great game plan to get Minnesota out of their game. And Minnesota shot themselves out of this game. 15 for 51 is diabolical. Like, there's a time where people wouldn't do that in a weekend in the NBA. And now we got a team that's shooting 29% from 3 at 15 of 51.
Yeah, that's their bench. Like we were talking about depth. I think we talked about this all week. You guys talked about it on the show yesterday, how many horses they got. When you have Naz Reid, DiVincenzo, and Na going a combined, how many they go? God, they did not shoot the ball well. They went 5
for bad.
Yeah, they went 5 for math, 5 for 28.
Mm-hmm.
When your 3 bench guys go 5 from 28 from 3, that's like against this Thunder team, they're gonna capitalize on that, and they're gonna beat you. They're going to.
Yeah, they're gonna bury you in a heartbeat. You're gonna look up, and like you said, like there's gonna be a run where Oklahoma City goes on a 10-0, 17-2, 15-0, and you just can't come back from that because they're very physical defensively. They can get you out of rhythm, and then they just score in. And SGA, for all of his flaws as an unethical hooper, is going to be announced today as the NBA MVP. He is a mid-range assassin. Like, once he gets inside the free throw line and he gets a little bit of space, like, you might as well put 2 on the board because that dude is efficient. Now, last night, again, he didn't shoot his best night, but he's just so efficient in a mid-range game. I hope John Morant's taking notes on how to take his game to the next level with that midi.
Yep. I'm trying to look who was there? Did they even shoot that many threes?
Oklahoma City, another 11 for 21.
No. Yep. I mean,
they didn't shoot many, but they made over half.
Yep. And they were, you know what? This was the most textbook efficient OKC Thunder game. And you know what? It's after coming out and looking the way they did in that first game against the Nuggets, they probably wanted to come out and look like the team that everyone thinks they are. I was expecting more from Minnesota down the stretch here. I think that was my biggest thing is I told you guys, I really like this Minnesota team. I'm just not going to root for them because of reasons.
Gobert.
Yeah, multiple things.
It felt like a boxing match between like just a big haymaking slugger from Minnesota and an efficient killer in the Thunder because they went 50% from the field, 52% from 3, 80% from the free throw line. They were very precise with what they were doing and picking apart Minnesota. And then Minnesota shoots 34% from the field, 29 from 3, just shot chucking and none of them going in.
It's like the end of Warrior with Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton, where you've got the one dude that's like boom, 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 and then you've got Joel Edgerton who's like, beep, 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 but that's a good noise, not a bad noise. I don't. What were you gonna say, Uncle Buck?
It's another case though. Rusty was saying yesterday on the show, wrongly again, that the team with the rest may have the advantage, and again, a team that went 7 the previous round blew out the team that had a short rest. Because Oklahoma City got blown out in the first round. The second round after by Denver, who went 7, and there was another one, I don't know, somewhere in there, but the rest is not benefiting these teams that are having short series.
Yeah. this is what makes it so frustrating. It's just hard to watch because a finals matchup of Jalen Brunson and SGA will be disgusting in the head flops and flails and mysterious fouls. I'm not sure in that matchup who's going to get the more beneficial whistle because it's going to be such a stop and start game that it's going to be abysmal to watch, much like SGA was last night.
This is a conversation for another day. Why? Well, I want Alex Caruso on our team so bad. And why on earth? I know every team wants a Alex Caruso so bad.
Right.
Is Jaylen Wells our Alex Caruso? Transitioning to what we're going to talk about next. Like, who is our guy? I mean, I don't know if it's not Jaylen. He's not big enough. I mean, he's not.
No, he's bigger. Jaylen Wells is bigger than Caruso.
He's just not like Caruso got that dog. Like, he is tenacious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Contrary to what Zach Kleiman thinks, I didn't see much dog out of Jaylen Wells this year. He was really good. He was really solid. But his physicality, Jaylen Wells, that is, was running headfirst into every single screen. Like, there was no tact. There was no reason or purpose behind it. It was just like, I'm going to put on a helmet and run through somebody. And Caruso is just, maybe he can get there, but Caruso is just so crafty. And
I've not seen a screen that Caruso doesn't get through. He gets through all of them.
If Caruso, the dichotomy between Caruso being able to just bear hug defenders and then on the other end of the court, Shea not being able to be breathed on, it's just a lethal combination.
It is. I mean, like Dort and Caruso getting away with just snatching and grabbing and holding and like it would be 10-yard penalties just about every time in football if Caruso and Dort were doing what they're doing on the football field, and then you can't breathe on Shea on the other end. Like, you talk about a dichotomy, like it's literally either end of the basketball court. It's completely different.
Makes it tough to get them for.
Like, and you got to give Caruso a little bit because, especially in the first two series, he was guarding big men. Like, you can be more physical if you're the smaller dude. Typically.
Yep.
And so I do love Caruso. I do.
Yeah, I mean,
our bald white friend.
Yeah. Elmer Fudd looking dude looks straight up like Elmer Fudd in Space Jam out there just banging with the bigs and hanging on to him, holding his own. I mean, tell me he doesn't with that white head man.
He got that little headband.
I'm telling you, and his ears kind of fold out just enough that I'm like, that's an Elmer Fudd. Like, every time they show him, I think Elmer Fudd in Space Jam. Every time.
One thing I heard yesterday that I forget that he played for Dagnall on their G League team.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I heard that yesterday, and it was like, oh, okay.
Was he drafted by OKC, or was he drafted at all? He may have been an undrafted guy.
I actually don't know. I
don't think he was drafted. He came out of Texas A&M. Like, he was a good point guard at Texas A&M. But
this is the meanest thing. That thing from Ice Age. Are you talking about Sid the Sloth? What are you talking about, brother?
I think he's talking about Sid the Sloth because
that
he's
is
got the
rude,
beady eyes and
that is rude. Was he undrafted? Did you find it?
He was drafted by the Thunder in 2016. Went to the South Bay Lakers. We played for the Oklahoma City Blues, South Bay Lakers, Bulls, and now the Thunder.
Yep. Okay. Wow. Crazy. Predictions. Do you think OKC in 4? Is that what I mean? 4. You think they're sweeping them?
Yeah. No, I don't.
I think they get them 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
5 at the most.
Listen, let's not discredit Minnesota yet.
Yeah. Yes.
Because they have, unlike most teams in the Western Conference, they can put together an absolute avalanche as well. Like, they can be unbeatable if they're shooting three. We went through the numbers. They shot 20% on 43 point attempts. Like, if you get 40%, you're going to win a lot of games.
That has absolutely nothing to do with Minnesota. Oklahoma City, they lost 14 times in 82 tries. This team, like, they have momentum, they have the edge, they can pour it on like nobody's business, and they got the refs in their hip pocket, even more so after SGA's MVP. I'll say 5 is the ceiling, and a sweep is very likely.
I get, Oklahoma City is devastating and whatnot, but Minnesota can score with them. If you just balance out that 3-point number, if they shoot average, they don't get beat by 24 or 26. You know, it's a more competitive game. And if you get in a competitive game, who would you rather have on your team than Julius Randle?
Oh, man.
He was good last night, except for the 5 turnovers. But, I mean, again,
one of the best players.
High percentage shooting, tough shots. I mean, 5 of 6 from 3. It's good.
So you got to look at it this way. Ant is probably going to have at least one Ant game. Man, Russ, you're right. It's the refs that I feel weird because Shea's going to get every call. Caruso, man. So DG has Minnesota making adjustments, winning game 2 and 3. If this happens, then it goes back and OKC wins in 6 on their home court. That's what I think happens.
Maybe,
but God, Rusty,
win 3 in a row.
Come on now.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, Oklahoma, like we can, we're looking at them a bit with some hater glasses on a little bit too.
No doubt.
Oklahoma City, like that is one of the best all around basketball teams. Sure, they get some help here and there, but they're one of the best basketball teams we've seen in a long time on both ends of the floor.
We need a mute button. I can't stand
stupid and
going
ugly, and
I hate Oklahoma. Listen, I hate them. They're
team.
the corniest, cheesiest dudes. Like they're the great value Memphis Grizzlies with their aura and all that kind of stuff that their stupid 12-year-old fans say. I hate the Thunder, but that doesn't stop me from saying that this is a juggernaut of a basketball team.
Uncle Buck, that sounded like you uncorked. I know it sounded like you uncorked something to start drinking. I was like, whoa.
I don't even know what noise that was.
I don't either, but I was like, somebody's getting lit.
No. Minnesota's going to win 2 games this series.
I
think Minnesota's better than Denver. Okay, Denver just went 7 with them.
This has nothing to do with Minnesota being good. Nothing at all.
It's all OKC. Oh, God, I hate it. Let's not talk about them anymore. We do have some good Grizzlies news that came out yesterday. They announced the all-rookie teams. We'll go through them, but, Zach Edey, Jaylen Wells make the all-rookie first team, which was pretty awesome. They were named I say pretty awesome. I think anybody who's been watching Grizzlies games all year were like, if they don't have 2 all rookie guys, like what the hell's going on? But they joined the first team with Stephon Castle, who was the rookie of the year. They've got Zachary Richichet and Alex Sarr. That's the first team. Second team was Khalil Ware. You got Matez Buzelis. I think I said that right. I was always
actually that's pretty good.
Yves Missy. That one was bad. Donovan Clingan and Bub Carrington. So you got 2 Wizards and 2 Grizzlies.
Second time the Grizzlies have had 2 first team all rookies. Do y'all remember who the first 2 were?
Powell and
Battier.
Well, no, actually, it's the third time. Yeah, it's the third time because I forgot about Powell. It's Powell and
Shane Battier.
Yep, Battier, and then it was Ja and BC.
But I don't think BC was first team.
Was he second team?
First team. Pretty sure. Like I saw that stat yesterday.
Man, that's cool. I say that's cool. It'd be really cool if Brandon Clark didn't get hurt and we were able to be like, oh, we got these 2 dudes that like actually panned out. But it's what?
If there's an indicator of a team that doesn't like do well in the playoffs, it's that your best awards are your rookies. like you look at that all rookie team, and there's only one other player of the 10 on a team that even sniffed the playoffs, and it was Khalil Ware, and they got swept too. Like, if you want to see like a team that sucks, look at like who got the most all rookie team members on it, because they don't translate to playoffs.
That's true. I guess I did say the Wizards and the Grizzlies each have 2.
That's not a great company.
That's a great company to be a part of.
It's not a great company to be a part of. No, that's
sorry. I said it like I was happy.
We're sharing our awards with
Hang the banner
of the Pelicans.
Yeah, hang the banner. Call us the Colts. Hang the banner.
I don't even want to celebrate it. Like, good for them.
I mean,
clap. You're both on the trade block. Let's get some experience.
Yeah, you've got the NBA Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle, and the guy who should have been the NBA Rookie of the Year, Zach Edey, on first team.
It's so good. It's like I don't want to double down on youth. Has 2 players named to first team all rookie.
Yeah. We unintentionally got younger. 2 first team all rookies, and then like. I love like this time of the year, there's all these mock trades and stuff, and everybody that was calling us too young is now having us trade for a whole bunch of picks and some like younger players and stuff. And it's like the talking out of both sides of your mouth from Grizzlies fans is wild. Don't get younger, but then go trade for all these like potential rookies and early draft picks, and let's get in the first round. It's just goofy.
Hey, best thing I can say right now, value's never been higher. All rookie team. See what we got for you.
Oh God.
Go Birds.
Go Bird.
Wow.
I've
said before that his ceiling is Gobert.
Don't say that. Long story short, good for those guys. You know, it's going to be good for them. And you know what? Good point. Their value is never higher. Those other teams there, though, they could really use an ounce of hope. Unlike the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies got plenty of hope, but like they need an ounce of hope if you are not these other teams. And you know, we're excited to partner with Ounce of Hope here. Memphis is Memphis Premier Cannabis Dispensary. I don't live in Memphis, and so I'm a big fan of using their online hub, you know, ounceofhope.com. You can see it below. Detailed descriptions of their products, exact dosages of the products, and you can bundle a bunch of stuff to save. I'm a bundler. I like bringing that stuff over here. Dive into the world of superfood mushrooms, y'all. Optimize your well-being. Enjoy a peaceful blend with one of their elixirs, or add a buzz with their Vitality mushroom gummies. It's like, who doesn't love gummies? You remember those little Flintstone vitamins? It's like those, but mushrooms. Useful for antioxidants or potential neuroprotective properties. Their mushrooms can also stimulate an appetite, get you hungry, with or without the addition of THC. Discover the power of mushrooms to enhance your wellness journey today. Find your favorite product at ounceofhope.com below. Use the code BluffCity, that's BLUFFCITY, for 15% off any order, excluding sale items. It cannot use in conjunction with other promotions of discounts. Limit one use per customer. Check it out, y'all. They're great. What's a fits? That's great.
Couple 100 pounds, actually.
A kilo's worth. But yeah, Ounce of Hope, check them out, y'all. Before we get out of here, it is draft day. Draft day, not the movie, draft day, not the movie. And in honor of our good, we mentioned it earlier, Norm, George Went. Norm passed away yesterday. The man, like, cheers. I went on an old man rant with someone, with my partner yesterday. I was like, cheers, it's the best show ever. It was like the middle of the day, and I was like, you just got to watch it. It's Sam and Diane. I sounded like a maniac, and I just really like Cheers. I like it a lot. It's a good show. We're drafting sitcoms today. We got time, and we got sitcoms. You guys want to do 5?
Sure.
Oh, Rusty, you muted.
Oh, man, he sounds great, doesn't he?
Rude. Shelby was barking, so I muted my mic. I mean, who needs friends when you got haters like Uncle Buck? I said, it's your show.
Speaking of who needs friends, overrated sitcom.
Oh, man, we are already, God, we're in it right now. All right, so let's do it. So
I saw they said if I ever won the lottery, I would buy the rights to Friends and remove the laugh track so everybody will know how terrible that show truly is.
Wait, that is
thank
such
God
a
that did Cheers too, by the way. James Burrows.
That is such a petty thing to do. Like, yeah, I'm gonna remove the laugh track from Friends. This show sucks. All right. I'm assigning Rusty your 1s and 4s.
Yeah.
Uncle Buck's your 2s and 5s. I'm 3s and 6s. It's a 6-sided die. Sorry, I'm not. Should have explained. Uncle Buck's first.
Always.
These are my dice. These are my dice that I have. They are made. They weren't bought. They were made by a friend who makes dice. So these shouldn't be weighted. And if they should be weighted for me. But I digress.
For you.
Go ahead, Uncle Buck.
The pick. I mean, the true only one of one. I mean, that's the best.
It's
the
best show ever.
Yeah.
The first 7 seasons is everything that you could ever want in a TV show. Sam and Diane may have been the first sitcom love arc that everybody cared about, but Jim and Pam is forever the best.
Can I shout out The Office really quick? I watched It's one of my favorite clips of the show. It's when Will Ferrell's on the show and they're trying to introduce him to people, and Michael's like, "Here, we got to make you likable." And he's talking to Jim. He goes, "Hi, friend. How are you? Where were you on September 11th?" It's just so stupid. It's just so it came across my feed the other day, and it's so good. What's his name? What's D'Angelo?
Yeah, D'Angelo Vickers. Big fan of he's a big fan of the American Southwest and can dunk from the free throw line.
He's the worst. Yeah. I hated D'Angelo Vickers.
Yeah.
I liked Robert California because he was weird.
He was fun. All right, Rusty.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. One of my favorite shows growing up. Foreshadowing for my joke earlier, love Fresh Prince.
Cool.
Oh yeah, real quick on The Office, the extended super shows, the extended version is absolutely hilarious.
Oh, they all are on Peacock.
The super fan episodes, it's so funny.
Which character are you
in The Office?
Yeah,
I'm Stanley. I'm just grumpy in the back.
I want to think that I'm Creed, but
everybody wants to be Jim, but you have to realize that you're actually Stanley. You just hate everybody. You're grumpy, and you don't want to be at work.
I really don't like how close I can get to Andy. It's like all the parts of me that I don't like. I'm like, but all the good guys. I digress. I got two picks. I'm gonna take Cheers because I love Cheers. We talked about great. Norm. I love all those guys. The idea of a retired a retired athlete owning a bar is just like primo idea. Yeah. Second pick. Oh God, I wasn't ready. I get two. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take. God, there's so many. I wasn't ready. I'm gonna take Gilligan's Island. I love it. I have a soft spot for it.
Just sit right back in your hair.
I love it. I love it.
Tropic port.
I'm giving Drew a softball by taking this one because there's another great mockumentary out there. But I'm gonna take Home Improvement because when I was a kid, that was the one night we ate dinner at the table every night, except Tuesdays, because we got to eat on TV trays and watch the new episode of Home Improvement. It's truly a GOAT show.
Yes.
What constitutes a sitcom? Just like 30-minute television?
30-minute comedy is what I was gonna make a laugh track required, but that's silly. Like because
The Office doesn't have a laugh track, and you can't eliminate that.
30-minute laugh.
Okay, so this is a slam dunk 2 picks: Parks and Recreation.
Damn it!
Yep.
Parks and Recreation and Ted Lasso.
Damn it! I knew
y'all are toast.
I knew
Parks and Rec. I knew was coming. I
knew there was no. I should have taken it. I panicked and picked Gilligan's Island. I knew Parks and Rec wasn't going to. Damn it. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna go New Girl. Another great sitcom. Great characters. New Girl.
New Girl, man. That's like
I don't think I've ever been more insulted in my life. Toby's the worst. Why are you calling me Toby? Toby is the literal worst.
No. God, no.
Goodbye, Toby. It's been nice.
When Jim finds out that Michael's sleeping with Pam's mom and Toby walks in, he's like, "Oh, hi, Jim." He's like, "Not now, Toby. God." Like, even Jim hates Toby.
I think it's the end of the 3rd or 4th season where Toby goes to Costa Rica and he just is in an accident the very first day and he's just in
the halo. So we're like when he touches Pam's leg and the thing is like, "So
then he jumps.
I'm going to Costa Rica," and he jumps the fence.
We can all in that moment relate with Toby. It's just like, yeah, that was a mistake. I just want to run away.
I just gotta go.
Gotta go, brother. Gotta go. Jump that fence.
Running away from the pain.
Oh God, is it me? Who's it? No,
it's you, Luke.
What did you take?
I took New Girl.
New Girl.
God. Okay, so now I got 2 again. You guys took the good ones. Let's take. Daryl's good. I'm gonna take. Oh my God, I'm gonna take Modern Family.
Gosh,
I like it a lot. Ed O'Neill. And then I'm gonna take. I watched a lot of old, like really, really old, like Nick at Night stuff.
Yeah,
and so a lot of that stuff is like really special to me. So I'm gonna take Laverne and Shirley. It was Laverne and Shirley Mondays, man. Nick at Night. I loved Laverne and Shirley. It was one of my go-to. Me and my mom used to watch it.
I'm going to take the original sitcom that kind of set the standard for all of them, and one, I Love Lucy.
Damn it.
Lucille Ball. Yeah, I love that show.
Dude, my mom watches like that, and there's another one which I'm not going to say because I might try to get it, but
you know, oh man, I'm trying to decide how I want to play this. There is one that I've watched multiple times and has not been taken, that I'm a big fan of. Or I could just play the vote game and try to get the most votes and throw in a sitcom that I haven't watched, like Martin. You know, it gets a whole other demographic that we haven't touched yet. But I'm actually going to, but I'm going to land on my third option, which is great, and it's old, and I don't have an old sitcom yet. The highest viewed season finale of any sitcom ever. Smash.
MASH, dude.
MASH was absolutely great. I watched that with my dad. That was my dad's favorite one growing up.
Mimi's favorite show. MASH and Hogan's Heroes.
MASH is great.
Yeah. So I have The Office. I have Parks
You get one more.
Oh, I have
you got one more.
You got
last 4.
Pick.
Okay, I'll take the other one that is just a favorite of mine. How I Met Your Mother.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
I smoked you guys.
Yeah, you got
smoked you guys.
Yeah.
So I've got The Office, Parks and Rec, Ted Lasso, MASH, and
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother. Yep.
So I don't want to get canceled, but there was one sitcom that I grew up with that like I've seen through like 4 or 5 times, but the main character was slipping drugs in people's drinks. And so it's kind of hard for me to take that because I don't want to be like labeled, right? Like as a sympathizer, but like, I mean, great sweaters, great family comedy, like great. You know what? Screw it. I'm taking the Cosby Show. The Cosby Show. I grew up with the Cosby Show. Bill Cosby's fallen out of favor. I get it. Like I don't commend what he did, but the Cosby Show like was like always on at my house growing up. I have most of the seasons on DVD. I'm just a fan of the Cosby Show. I'm probably gonna cancel for that. It's been fun being on the network.
Yeah,
Kenny's right. Like I always flirt with getting canceled on every show. So
my guys,
breaking news.
Thank you very much.
Breaking news.
What's this?
Rusty is a huge fan of Bill Cosby.
Aggregate this. Rusty knows Bill Cosby personally.
Rusty respects the comedy and the personhood of one Bill Cosby.
Was that your last pick, Rusty? What did you get, Rusty?
So I ended up with Fresh Prince, Home Improvement, New Girl, I Love Lucy, and The Cosby Show.
Okay, so I've got my last pick. So I'm gonna go. There's 2 things that I want. I could pick. I'm not gonna pick it. I could pick Andy Griffith Show, just because I know that was my mom's. I grew up watching that, but I'm gonna take, and I saw it up there. King Meeks. This is one of my favorite. Nothing cracks me up more like situational humor about threesomes.
Yes.
Three's Company, baby. Come and knock on the door.
Good show.
We'll be waiting for you. Don Knotts
so
was just
funny.
always like, the fact that he would hear like, go ahead and put that in there, and he'd be like, oh God, and just look at the camera and just clearly. Yes, Kenny, we know Uncle Buck dominated. It doesn't matter. I had Three's Company, I had Gilligan's Island, I had Laverne and Shirley, I had Modern Family, and I had Cheers.
Yep.
Mine sounds like a retirement home person did it.
Yours is a great Nick at Night lineup.
Exclusively at nursing homes.
I'm like,
you have
a
great Nick at Night lineup. Like it's a perfect Tuesday night after 9 p.m. on Nickelodeon for sure.
At night, the place for
I was back
TV.
and forth on the Big Bang Theory. I do love the Big Bang Theory. That was one that I was between it and the Cosby Show, and I was like, you know what? We're just gonna go full on cancel this morning. Kenny said it right. The Cosby Show was amazing. Bill Cosby, not so much.
The Bill Cosby Show was great. The illicit activities of the star
Cosby Show, but Bill Cosby was not, right? On air, on TV, he's a great father. Off air, you need a lid.
Whip a wham wham wazzle. That's gonna do for our show today. Bill Cosby, if you're watching, please turn the show off. We will be back tomorrow to talk about the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm actually really excited for the game tonight. Hopefully, it's not as much of a
Kenny's overrated.
Overrated.
Kenny's overrated.
You just hate nerds, Kenny. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to talk about the Eastern Conference Finals game. We'll also have more stuff to talk about. Maybe they'll announce the MVP finally. Maybe. Yeah, they might. No.
Who knows? We'll drag this on for another couple months, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the draft, we'll find out who the MVP is, but I digress. Everybody have a good day today. Stay safe. We had some wild storms coming through the area yesterday, so make sure you're okay. We'll be back tomorrow. We can leave you with anything today. Remember these two things. Remember to be a little bit weird, just a tiny bit. And remember to, they're announcing the MVP tonight. Sorry, I got distracted. I just got an update on my phone. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Remember to be weird and remember to smile. Bye, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.